Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. The infection rate, along with the number of dead, are both on the rise. If we don't find the cause, and soon...
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House? This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. It could be a counterplay by Skullface.
That's insane. You mean they weaponize parasites?
Parasites as weapons. That definitely falls under the Biological Weapons Convention. But it's something the world would never see coming. And no one's ever developed a vaccine for parasites.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa?
It may be. But if it is, how do the Yellow Cake and Walker gears fit in? There must be something bigger we're not seeing. Anyway, our priority now is to prevent more casualties.
The medical team is studying the infection, but we can't treat anyone until we know the root cause. All we can do right now is halt the spread of infection. Remember before, boss? When Quiet attacked one of our guys on Mother Base, stuck a knife in his mouth. He's one of the very few soldiers who've had contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that. And we've come across these symptoms before. The bodies in the water at the oil field facility, those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere. But at the very least, she does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No, not through words anyway. But what about her actions? Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason for shoving a knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected? What if she was trying to stop the infection but couldn't communicate that to us? The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who become symptomatic, something in common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel. But this is something to go on.
Can't you see it's just like I said? Bringing her here was a big mistake. Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss. There has to be a way to identify who's infected.
Please select a mission.
Boss, there's a target on the run somewhere on the savannah. Your job is to find and eliminate him. He's a logistics officer for the PF known as Rogue Coyote. On the side, however, he colluded with the Buta regime, abducting people from Mbeli villages and supplying them as slave labor. That's right. He's a human trafficker. His victims ended up all over the place. Brothels, black market, organ trade, diamond mines. And he was the one who sent Shabani and the other kids to the Devil's House. But then an Mbeli rebel group finally added him to their hit list. The target decided it was time to quit, and now he's trying to leave the country. If he makes it back to his country, he'll be no more than a civilian, and he'll avoid facing a court-martial. Like so many other war biz junkies. I'll bet he plans on enjoying a new live finance with his blood money. The client's order is to take him out. How you go about that is up to you, boss.
Mission accepted.
Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ducati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ducati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find the route. Find the man.
Be careful down there, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You made it to the Ducati abandoned village. That's where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from. There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere.
Analysis
It
complete.
could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look for an antenna.
The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated our... The map has been updated.
Beter gaan kijken. Volg mij. Hit it!
The map has been updated. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Ik was het hier op de grens opgegaan. Dit is niet ernstig. Ik bedoel, ik hoor die grootbaas terug in besigheid, man.
Glo my, ek het
Goed het.
You gonna extract him?
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. But I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
Okay, subject is in. You gonna extract him?
Analysis complete. He's coming too. Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Picked up an intel file. According to this information, the target is headed for Caçada camp. We also have his movement route. I've updated your map. Use the target's route to locate him. Eliminating him will be much harder if he makes it to the Caçada camp. Take him down on the savannah.
maak je zoektocht. Oor. Dit is CFF, begrijp. Lay off your rudder. Uit.
Caution, rain approaching. Marker placed. Buddy has infiltrated. Our map has been updated. Detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Extraction failed.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Bay. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Has been updated.
That's Gazeba camp. The target's headed there. Eliminating him will be much harder if he makes it to the Gazeba camp. Take him down on the savannah.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
Weather will clear shortly. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Russia begrijpt. Alleen erg gewaarschuwd. Vijand kruipt wegevers. 5 dollar. Uit.
Boss, the target's getting away. Don't let him make it to that outpost. Hurry!
The map has been updated.
Delta 3, geen teken van die vijand. Ons smaakjes zoekt nog. Oor. Russia begrijpt. Moet niet verslaafd
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
The
target's made it to his destination. He's inside an enemy outpost. That leaves us no choice but to eliminate him in the outpost. And it won't be easy. Boss, the target's getting away. That's Caçada camp. You'll find the targets there. The security forces must know something about the targets. Why not try getting them to talk? Boss,
Mission
Target confirmed dead. Move a hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around.
Support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by. Gaining altitude. Warning!
Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.